As movie making has become big business in New Mexico, a lot of New Mexicans have cashed in by providing film companies with all kinds of things that they need. But be careful what you ask for. An Albuquerque man rented out his expensive big rig to be featured in a movie. As Matt Grubbs reports on tonight's special assignment, the trucker ended up being taken for a ride.
Buzz Power's 2000 Kenworth W900 has earned its keep.
From here to Georgia, from here to Seattle, everywhere.
Last year, with around 1 million miles on it, the rig hauled generators to the East Coast after Hurricane Sandy. No more.
I mean, the truck is a total loss.
Powers leased the truck to a production company that shot a low-budget movie called The Signal around New Mexico earlier this year. He's worked with film crews before.
It's been a good source of income, and actually, we've never had any major problems with any of the movies except for this one.
The truck didn't have to haul anything. It was what they call the hero ride, meant to be in the film. And the lease he signed says it needs to come back in good shape with no careless use.
They welded a steel plate to the frame, and it went all the way across, and they welded on the opposite side. And then they put a boom on top of that steel plate with the camera up above the truck.
A few inches away from a couple of the weld points is a sticker.
It says, heat-treated alloy, do not weld to rail or drill flanges. Cracks may result.
When you're hauling 80 tons of stuff through remote spots in-state and out, Powers says you take that sticker seriously. He told the production company to take it to a Kenworth shop.
Lo and behold, when they got over to Kenworth, the plate was gone, the welds were ground down, and then they painted a darker color of red to try to cover up the whole thing.
And that was just the start of the damage to his rig. More than $50,000 worth of broken windows, torn tires.
CB radio is totally gone and missing, and the antenna wires outside are cut.
The truck is worth less than what it would cost to fix. Powers says the crew took his truck up to Taos without his permission. People told him the film crew locked up the tires, doing skids and burnouts on steep terrain. The film company left town without settling on repairs.
The manager wouldn't come out and look at the truck. He refused. He left a number. I could never get him on the phone.
The production company has not returned any of our phone calls either. The one call that did work for Buzz was to the New Mexico Film Office.
We put them on a list. If there is a list, we hope there isn't, but in this case there is. There's a number of folks that have not been paid.
Film Office Director Nick Maniatis says he's never done it in his 2.5 years, but if the bills aren't paid, the state could hold back hundreds of thousands of dollars the production company would get as a tax rebate.
When they're budgeting their film, that is in their budget. So they know that they will be getting that money back.
If the incentives are a carrot for filmmakers, holding back the rebate is the stick.
But if the producers don't file for that tax rebate, there's really not a lot that the state can do. And at that point, it would be up to lawyers. They would do something like file a lien against the film as intellectual property, shutting everything down until the bills are paid.
Buzz Powers hopes that's not where his story ends. He thinks he'll see his money, and he'd like to see the movie. It was, after all, the last work his 2000 Kenworth W900 will ever do. On special assignment, Matt Grubbs, KRQE News 13.
Buzz Powers has hired an attorney and says he plans to go after the company if the state is not able to help him. As for The Signal, which stars Lawrence Fishburne and bills itself as a sci-fi thriller, there's no movie poster, no movie trailer, and no release date. Never a good sign for a film.